Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. How are you?
Blessed.
Tell me about this pass rush. Obviously, this team lost Micah Parsons, but it seems as if you guys got a lot of a group type thing going with the pass rush.
Yeah, Easy, me, having KC, having Q, guys, that's been experienced in the league, understands, what it is to play at a high level, understand, the in and outs of offense, so we able to communicate on the field. And so far through OTAs, man, it's been fun, man, playing with smart guys that understands what the offense want to do, understands how they want to attack our defense. So just having guys like that, including myself, man, it's been fun.
You're part of the D-line kind of help you guys on the edge.
Oh, man, interior, without no interior is no edge. So having no Q, having KC, like I said, those two smart guys, two legit guys inside, man, they have to pay respect to them. So the more attention you get to outside, the more attention you get to inside, it's going to be easy for the outside to make plays.
Clarence Hill, dealing with us Cowboys. Coming in, having been here for a year, full off-season, and you're already part of the leadership council. You talk about that, what does it mean to be a leader, what you've showed them so far?
Yeah, it's an honor and privilege, man, first to wear the star, and it's an honor and privilege to come in to an organization that, allowed me to come in, be myself, and lead, how, I know how to lead, and that's by my actions, and, actions speak louder than words, and that's what I try to, do, stepping into the door, and they gave me, room to do that, so just having an organization that believes in me, allowed me to come in and be me has been great.
Well, you want to show people that maybe you get to show them in Green Bay, if you come in here, what type of player you are.
Oh, man, tape speaks for itself, but everybody pay attention this year. Is going to be a great year.
John Machado with The Athletic. How much are you looking forward to putting the pads on?
Oh, I can't wait. That's when training camp, really starts. You get to, bang, and you really get to work on your technique. So I don't know when pads coming, but I know we all ready for them.
And then the young guy, Malachi Lawrence, kind of what has stood out to you about him?
Man, he's a true student of the game. He comes in early, watch film study from any of the team, and then he has notes to what he needs to work on for practice, and having a guy that's just intentional, just in terms of how he wants to start practice and how he wants to progress. Man, it's been great, man. But he's explosive, fast, and I just can't wait for him to show the world what he got.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Obviously on the Leadership Council is Dak Prescott too. What have you learned about Dak as a leader, and how does he kind of lead, I guess, the Leadership Council as well?
Yeah, man. Dak is a true leader, man, from top to bottom. I'm talking about my first day here, signing papers. He was leaving, in his truck, and he seen it was me. He hopped out, introduced himself like I didn't know who he was. Got his contact information, and just, he's the type of guy, man. I'm an early bird too. So when I'm coming in, seeing Dak already in the weight room, talking to the cleaners, the cooks, the training staff, top to bottom, he's a true leader, talking to everybody in the locker room, man. And that's why you see why it's easy to go to war for a guy like that.
He's big into manifesting. He wore the Super Bowl shirt on the right here. He's talked about they want to be the greatest offense there is. When you hear someone kind of that confident trying to manifest things like that, what does it do for you guys, for the rest of the team, and for your defense?
Like you said, that's our leader. So if our leader, believes that, we believe it too.
Hey, Rashan, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Obviously, you were also thankful for the Packers giving you an opportunity as a first-round pick. As you start your journey with the Cowboys, coming off of the challenges you had in Green Bay, bottom line, so far, are you having fun with Christian Parker and Quentin Williams and some of these other guys, Caleb Downs, and just the defense as a whole?
Yeah, having the opportunity to, be a part of like a new ramp defense, it's been cool, man. Christian Parker's defense, the swagger he brings, the confidence he brings is trickling down to the players. And like I said, the guys I'm around, man, it's easy to go to work, man. Having Q, having Casey, having Don, having Demo in the back, and just basically our whole defensive front, man, it's been great. Everybody's smart, everybody's hungry to be great.
And just from an individual standpoint, is there anything different this season that you kind of keyed in on to try to hit the next level going into next season?
Yeah, just being in the moment, man. Being in the moment, making sure throughout training camp I'm doing the best I could be to be the best version of myself for the time for the season come.
Tommy Yarsh, DallasCowboys.com. Going back to the Leadership Council, what went into you getting a leadership role on this team despite only arriving here a couple months ago?
It came to a surprise by me, but like I said, that just comes to my work ethic. Just the type of guy I am, just coming in, head down, and like I said, leading by example. My actions lead just louder than my words.
And then you've worked with BT Jordan for a lot of your career, as he's been here with you guys for the last few months too. How have you seen him have an impact not just on you, but on the room as a whole?
Yeah, man, it's truly crazy. You know, going from individual to, you know, even from film study to individual, and just how, you know, yeah, you see the individual work, and sometimes it might not transition to a team period, but the stuff that we're doing, the stuff that he's preaching, man, it's transitioning, and that's throughout the whole entire outside linebacker room and the defensive line, and you see it in practice.
Sam Gannon, Fox 4 in Dallas. Charles, what sticks out to you about the way Christian Parker communicates? Coach Shoddy and Jerry both talked about just what an excellent communicator he is.
Yeah, like I said, number one, man, to be a great defensive coordinator, you have to have confidence and swagger, and that's two things that he has, man. And he has the players to back up his swagger and his confidence. So when a defensive coordinator, you know, gives a call, and you know, he believes it's going to work, and the players believe it's going to work, man, it all works together.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. Rashan, somewhere along the line, defensive ends became edge rushers, and that kind of suggests that people judge what you do by rushing the passer. There's a little bit more to it than that. I wonder how you feel about the description of what you do as an edge rusher and how you describe the importance of the overall game.
Yeah, you know, edge rusher, yeah, it's a title. Yeah, you know, the pretty stats is getting after quarterback, getting sacks, pressures, things like that. But the thing is, you know, to be a complete edge, you know, you have to be able to play first to fourth down. You got to be able to stop the run, because if you don't stop the run, you're not going to have to, you have to earn the right to pass. So if you're not stopping the run, they're going to run the ball all day. So being able to come in the game, stop the run, and be able to, you know, have those opportunities to rush the passer, that's what you want. You want to be a complete down player.
Just to follow up on that, when you were drafted and expectations from the outside were on evaluating you by sacks and maybe pressures, and do you think that that's kept people from really examining your entire game?
To be honest, when it comes to outside noise, man, I really don't hear it. You know, the people that's inside the building, the people that's inside my locker room, they tell me when I'm doing good, doing bad, things like that. But those are the only opinions that matter, man.
Michelle Monte, WFA in Dallas. I know you haven't been through opening ceremonies just yet, but what is the biggest difference about being at Cowboys training camp compared to your training camps in the past?
Oh man, I guess for me it's like I'm the new kid on the block, so everything's new. You know, I'm excited every day, and like I said, the guys that I get to come to work with make it easy to go to work. So I guess it's the excitement.
Let's finish up with Mike Ducey.
Mike Ducey from Fox 4. Last year at this time, Micah Parsons was making a little bit of news in this camp. Did he give you any advice or any tips on what it was going to be like to play for this franchise?
You know, he said, you know, if I need his help or I need any type of, you know, treatment, things like that, I always have his number. But he said I'm enjoying my time in Dallas, and so far, his word's been right.